It's been a little over a year since we started platinum hunting on this channel, and the #1 question I get asked all the time is, OP, when are you gonna drop some feet pics? The real question is, what is the hardest platinum I've ever achieved? And so today I decided to rank every single platinum I own on a tier list and try my best not to piss you guys off. God, I can't wait to read all the comments. The main things I'll take into account when ranking these games are story, grind, platinum length, trophy list, and of course, the difficulty. This means I will be giving my opinions about these games. Let me say that again, my opinion. So don't go jumping through chapters and typing out essays in the comments. I'm looking at you, FromSoftware fans. As for the tiers that I'm gonna be placing these games in, we got shovelware, weekend and chill, spicy biryani, torture sesh, and I need therapy. So go ahead and grab some snacks, get your favorite waifu pillow, and sit tightly as we go through 50+ games that I have platinum. A lot of you asked me what my first ever platinum was, and I'm so happy I went with God of War 2018. Honestly, you really had to just be there to understand the hype train that was behind the return of this franchise. And I, like so many others, had tears running down my face as they announced this game. And when we got the chance to play it, it did not disappoint. Sure, it was crazy to see Kratos have this 180 dramatic emotional change, but man, was it so good. And although that little shithead Atreus was the absolute worst companion to have, it was still heartwarming to witness some of this game's pivotal story points. It was especially that final fight where Kratos tells Atreus who he really is. Man, I started jumping up and down and screaming like I didn't know this man's past in Greece. It took me a little over 50 hours to get this platinum, with this grind being really chill besides those stupid copy-paste trolls bosses that I had to defeat. You had stuff like ravens, treasures, armors, side quests, and the very fun Valkyries. Looking back at these Valkyries, Core Balrog was really sadistic to include some of them. And this platinum could easily sit at the top of the tier list if you played it on Give Me God of War, but if you played it on normal, it'll just sit on a spicy. Similarly to its predecessor, Ragnarok's hype level was to the moon for me. With it marking the end of the Norse saga, there was a lot of what ifs going into it. Like, what if Santa Monica did a Rockstar and gave my boy Kratos tuberculosis? Like, you know, I would never recover from that, personally. Fuck you, Rockstar. This game for me improved and added to the perfection that was the first game. Combat was so much better, which enhanced every single boss you faced. And narratively, the ending of the saga was simply amazing. Kratos finds peace, and Atreus is going to do Atreus things. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Atreus.
Oh man, I'm actually crying. Jesus.
Atreus remains.
Wow. Oh man, stop. Oh, that's so beautiful.
And as for its platinum, it was really a copy-paste of the first game with a little bit of variety to the open world and the 100% you have to do. With Berserkers being the optional bosses and that one Valkyrie Gna being the real final boss that caused you so much mental damage for years to come. I would still say though, if you played it on Give Me God of War, it could easily be at the top of the list. But if you play it on normal, it'll sit right next to the first one on spicy. From one major PlayStation franchise to another, Spider-Man was another 2018 banger. Similarly to God of War, the hype for this was insane. We were finally gonna get a real Spidey game where quick time events don't lead to whatever this is. From the beautiful open world New York to the hours I spent just swinging from building to building, this game was perfect. And let's be honest, it's not that difficult to pick up one of the hundreds of stories of Spider-Man in the comics and just adapt that into the game. But Insomniac did the complete opposite and just made an original story for him. And I'm so glad they did, because they fucking nailed it. And going with the Sinister Six for the first game was crazy, but it paid off. And when it came to the platinum of this game, it was basically a cakewalk. Even playing on the hardest difficulty, this game presented no issues. Sure, some of the open world stuff became repetitive and Doc Ock's lab thingies were atrocious, but brother, I'm Peter Parker, I don't care. For me, Spider-Man 2018 will sit comfortably at weekend and chill. Moving on to the better Spider-Man, set in the same open world New York City, except it's the holidays. This game launched with the PS5, which was an amazing idea by Sony, by the way. You're telling me I get to play more Spider-Man with improved graphics, better OST, better swinging, with a cat on my back as well? Sign me the f up.
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen.
Now, am I a bit biased towards this game because Miles is my favorite Spider-Man? Yeah, sure, but I don't care. The only thing this game suffers from is the length of the story. It wasn't sold to the public as a sequel, but a spin-off, which makes sense why it was so short. And its platinum is another copy-paste, with the 100% grind being very similar. But the one thing that stood out to all trophy hunters in this game was that one missable trophy that came at the very end of the game. It wasn't that big of a deal anyways, because you had to beat the game on New Game Plus anyway, so you wouldn't miss it the second time around. Miles Morales for me will go right next to its sibling in Weekend and Chill. And now we have the actual sequel to the franchise, Spider-Man 2. Again, this game's hype was insane, and you couldn't blame anyone, especially after that first teaser they put out. Yeah, the idea of bringing all 19 inches of Venom into the game excited all of us. And that's not mentioning the fact that in this one, we play as both Spidey boys. And thank God this is a tier list about the platinums of the game and not the game itself, because the story was okay. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the fuck out of this game. The combat was very improved, the graphics look amazing, the Spidey wings, holy fuck. MJ's face, holy fuck. The entire thing felt very rushed. I mean, I finished the story in less than 20 hours, and the biggest seller of this game was only included for 3 hours of it. And do I even need to mention how they did my boy Miles dirty in this one? Miles, please take that stupid suit off. Good thing for us trophy hunters though, the platinum was much more varied this time. There were much more fun activities around the open world to do, with so many secrets to discover as well. But even with Insomniac increasing the difficulty of some enemies on Spectacular, it still felt like a breeze. And for that, Spider-Man 2 will go just next to the other two in Weekend and Chill. Another major PlayStation game that I completely fell in love with, Ghost of Tsushima. The game that should have won Game of the Year. I don't care what you say. Gamers have been waiting for years for a true samurai game, and Sucker Punch, the studio that brought us Infamous, said, I got you, baby girl. Besides the game having a gut-wrenching story and a stellar combat that flows oh so good, the world that Sucker Punch has built is simply beautiful. And the game gets even better when you decide to play on lethal difficulty. This difficulty makes the enemies two-shot you, but it also means that you can two-shot the enemies as well, which in my opinion is the only way you need to play this game. Man, I don't even need to mention Jin Sakai's wagon that he got back there. The open world presents a lot of cute and fun things to do, from chasing down foxes to meditating in the most beautiful places and dueling some of my favorite bosses. No, not that stupid housewife.
Oh, my first duel. Oh my god, this looks so epic. Yeet, 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 yeet. Break that guard. Oh my god. Okay. Boom. Oh, I didn't see that. God. Bam. What the fuck? How do I dodge the bottom one? No, you don't. Bro. Oh my god. Why is she killing me with one fucking hit? Pow. Again. Again. She did it. Again, bro. I'm just getting too excited to kill her. Okay, okay. I just gotta calm the f down. And she kills me with one hit. Got you. Bro, I am dodging. Got it, I got it, I got it. I don't fuck. Okay, bro. L1, do you want to press or like what's up, bro? Is there a delay in this game? Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Oh! Jesus Christ! What the f? That was like a 10-hit combo! Chat, this is pissing me the f off, bro. When have you done an unblockable after I attack you? Oh, this game is so good. Oh, this game's so good. It's sick. Why can't I get past? Why can't I get past? This game isn't even a Souls game. Why can't I get past this bit? Who the f is this?
This platinum grind was really fun, with those duels being my only real problem, and some of the later outposts containing a large number of enemy variety. However, for Ghost of Tsushima, it will easily sit at spicy. Fast forwarding away from the 12th century Japan, we enter the 2000s, with a game set around a prep school where a boy named Jimmy Hopkins bullies nerds, pranks teachers, romances polygons, and helps Dr. Disrespect collect dirty laundry. Whenever people mention Rockstar, we always think of that massive franchise that is GTA, or the heartbreaking masterpieces that are the Red Dead Redemption games, or the detective classic that is LA Noire, or Manhunt, whatever the fuck that game is. However, to a few based gamers like myself, Bully is Rockstar's peak. I mean, I've played this game at least 15 times, you can't blame me. And up until they released a trophy list for this game, I've never once thought about a 100% for this game. I simply just played the very fun story where we take over the school and earn the respect of every little gang. And I also went up against the early millennia prototype that was the shop class. And that's what the game was for me. Just a fun, amazing story with so much to do in this world and so many fun activities. When it comes to that 100%, Rockstar loves to torture people with trophies like Marathon, Skate Pro, Tour de Bulworth, requiring you to spend hours using a specific mode of transport. But it was nothing compared to the real painful trophy that is Kleptomania. The list of things you have to complete in this game to get this trophy is insanity. And since this game is as old as my great-grandfather's dad, the bugs make PS4 release day Cyberpunk look like a perfect game. And for that, Bully will be the first game to sit in the torture tier. But regardless, I still recommend everybody play this game. Yo, real quick, let me recommend one more thing to you guys that will surely benefit your life. Upgrading your accessory game. But wait, OP, how do I do that? I don't know where to buy my accessories from. Hey, don't worry. Papa OB got you. Let me tell you about Holskern, the sponsor of today's video. It is almost Valentine's Day, and Holskern is here to supply you with the best watches and jewelry you've ever seen. Every single product is made of natural materials, making each one unique. And they make products for both men and women. So go ahead and get your partner something nice on Valentine's Day. And don't you worry, you will get free express worldwide shipping straight from beautiful Vienna. Listen, I take my accessories very seriously, and I'm a very picky person. So if I don't like it, I won't wear it. But Holskern, this is fire. Firstly, let me show y'all these packaging. You know Optimistic loves packaging, right? And then you open it, there's like a protective little layer. Oh my, Holskern, you went above and beyond. Yeah. Oh, we got drip, baby. We got drip. And yes, your boy got the ring to match it as well. Also got this nice ass bracelet. Look at this, dog. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Holskern, I might have to hit y'all up for some more products because this is actually nice. Holskern are currently offering you guys 15% off with code OP on everything on the website. That's watches, bracelets, rings, you name it. Using my code will also get you a free red gift bag and guaranteed to be delivered before Valentine's Day if you place it before the 7th. So go ahead and click that link in the pinned comment or go to holskern.com and use code OP to get the best gifts this Valentine's Day. And thank you again for Holskern for sponsoring today's video. Moving on to the franchise that started this YouTube channel and got me where I'm at today. Now, do I have a video already up on the channel ranking all of the Souls games on the tier list? Yeah, but past OP was a bit stupid.
Now think about what you've done.
Elden Ring was my first Souls game, as it was for many new FromSoftware fans. To me, Elden Ring is simply the perfect Souls game. It's beginner friendly, while also presenting so many challenges for the player. And the beauty of this game lies within its world building and level design. Stuck on a boss? Here's 10 other places you can visit to help you level up and give you better loot. Unless the boss you stuck on is Millennia, then it's just a skill issue. I could go on and on about how much of a masterpiece this game is without even mentioning the DLC that took the world by a storm. I can't do it because his head is in the wall, Miyazaki. I would love to pan out of the camera so I can see what the fuck is fisting me. Jumping does not work. Jumping does not fucking work. Mother of Jesus! What the fuck is going on? Hey, yo! Ooh. Ooh. Can I play the game that I paid $40 for? And when it came to the platinum, this one is the easiest out of all the Souls games. Beat all the bosses, collect a few talismans, spells, and weapons, and lastly, get the 3 ending. So for that, Elden Ring will just sit at a spicy tier. The second game I played in the FromSoftware catalog was Bloodborne. And my god, was it a hell of a platinum run. See, I was so used to Elden Ring at this point that I just thought, oh, so it's just Elden Ring but in the UK? That's easy. Yeah, what they forget to tell you is the bosses in this game are on crack. You have to farm for healing, and every single enemy can just 2-tap you. But hey, you got a little blicky, so what you mad for? This is not even mentioning those Miyazaki-infested chalice dungeons, and I know, yes, you can just skip the whole thing and get the trophy, but I ain't no bitch. I did it the way Miyazaki intended. Suck my ass. But even with all that torture I experienced in this game, this will still forever be my favorite masterpiece from Daddy Miyazaki, and it will probably stay that way for a long time. Bloodborne will sit comfortably at the torture tier. My third From Software game was the rejected Souls game that is Sekiro. A lot of people will tell you this isn't a Souls game, and sure, yeah, they might have a point, but I don't care. This is my list, and whatever I say goes. Sekiro was so different from the other From Software games in a good way. You have one build, one weapon, a main protagonist, a linear level design. This was unlike anything From Software has done at the time, and I'm so glad they chose to stray away from the formula because this game slaps. It slaps so hard, in fact, that if you don't understand the mechanics of this game in the first few hours, you're fucked.
Oh my god, I'm dead again. And I could get him for sure. Yep, go crazy, go stupid. Oh, that's a new attack, and I'm dead. I'm dead, but I can come back. I pressed the wrong button. Bro, I fucking dodged, bro. Oh my god!
Sekiro is by far the hardest Souls game because it's so hard to master the mechanics. But when you do, you enter into a flow state, rhythm dancing with bosses and enemies. I felt like Musashi playing this game. But I can't say the same for the platinum of this game. Aside from getting all the endings and having to fight some really difficult bosses, there's specifically one trophy that trumps all others: Height of Technique. I still distinctly remember running through the same group of enemies for 4 hours straight just to get enough XP to unlock all these damn skills. And for that, Sekiro will sit at a torture tier. And now we go back to where it all began: Demon Souls. Oh man, what is there to say about this game that's not already been said? I mean, this game is lucky this is a tier list about the platinum itself and not the game itself, because trust me, it would have been in an F tier. I wholeheartedly hate this game, and it's completely my fault. Let me explain. See, if you play Demon Souls for fun, it is simply the easiest Souls game by a mile. But if you want to platinum it, book yourself a therapist because you're gonna need it. The hardest trophy to get is King of Rings, where you have to obtain all the rings in the game. And some of those rings can only be acquired through a specific world/player tendency. I'm not gonna sit here and explain to you what that tendency means because we'll be here for hours. Just know that your boy played the first playthrough without no guide and didn't know what the hell tendency is, which forced me to go into New Game Plus and get all the rings in there. And people love to talk about Dark Souls 2 and how stupid that game is, but nobody talks about how insufferable Demon Souls New Game Plus is.
You did not just do that, brother. Oh my god. And I'm dead. Ain't no way ain't no way I'm gonna learn it. No! No, get stuck over here again. Come on. Okay. Fuck. It's not working, chat. Chat, this game is ass. Y'all talk about DS2 being bad? Are you looking at this? Weapon is damaged. Of course it is. And I'm dead. He used one. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna actually lose it, right? Single run needs more effort to get than the whole cycle of the game. Literally, bro! One ring! Oh, I'm so pissed. I'm gonna lose it, bro. I'm gonna put my head through a wall. Oh my fuck. You're gonna try to heal. I know you are. Is he dead? Oh! I'm not even happy. Because I'm not even done. I still have to kill more of those fucks. Surprisingly though, y'all are no longer one-shotting me. I say that as I'm about to, and I died. Okay. Why do I even talk, bro? Why do I even talk? I just need to shut the f. If you want to know more about my lovely experience with this game, just go ahead and watch that video on my channel and you'll understand. And as for which tier this game goes to, I mean, it's only right. Welcome to the real first child of the Souls series. Dark Souls 1 is considered by many to be the classic masterpiece it is. I mean, it started it all for FromSoftware. It was unlike anything released at the time. The world design, the connectivity, the bosses, no, not Bed of Chaos. Even playing this game today, it feels so amazing to run through the entire thing. Even if it is super clunky and some of the areas like Blight Time make you want to claw your eyes out, it's still good. And the Platinum doesn't play around either, because Dark Souls 1 holds the record for the rarest trophy in any Souls game, Knight's Honor Trophy. You won't really understand how frustrating this trophy is until you try it. Forget the fact that some of these weapons have ridiculous drop rates. FromSoftware forces you to play the game 3 times to kill that boy Sif 3 different times for his soul. FromSoftware, come on. And of course, this game also started the awful covenants that require you to farm certain materials in order to unlock spells, but this game is nothing compared to the one coming up, so I won't talk about it just
just yet. All in all, this game wasn't really that bad besides like a boss or two. So for me, Dark Souls 1 would sit at torture tier. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Here we go again. He's about to glaze the fuck out of this game as a troll again. Oh God, here he goes again. Listen, firstly, chill the fuck out. Secondly, Dark Souls 2 is a masterpiece. The overly forced hate for this game gotta stop at some point. Sure, it's not the best Souls game out there, but brother, we got Demon Souls for fuck's sake. Everybody goes into this game thinking they're gonna get the Dark Souls 1 experience. Little did they know they're about to get a way better experience. Yeah, I said it. Let's see. We got Majula, Life Gems, Power Stancing, Majula, Twin Blades, Pursuer, Majula, Sir Malone, Majula. Like, do I need to keep going, brother? When it came to the platinum of this game, it's pretty similar to the first one, with the weapon and spell collectible trophies being the most frustrating. And of course, those Covenant trophies being just as painful as the first one. So Dark Souls 2 will sit right next to its inferior sibling, Dark Souls 1, at torture tier. Now we go into what everyone regards as the peak of this franchise. Fan service, I mean Dark Souls 3. This game was amazing and then some. The level design here is almost as good as Bloodborne's. And for me personally, the bosses in this game almost rival Elden Rings. There's a lot I could say about how much I love Dark Souls 3, but we're here to talk about the platinum. Holy shit, are the rings and Covenant grinds in this game cracked up by a million. Especially those Covenant grinds. Jesus Christ. You haven't really experienced real torture until you've done the Covenant grinds in this game. Those shackles and concords are gonna haunt me till the end of time. I really wish FromSoftware would add trophies to its DLC because this game's DLCs is close to perfection. So Dark Souls 3 will sit right next to its other two siblings in Torture Sesh. Now that we moved on from the toxic fan base that is the FromSoftware fans, we move on to the Souls-like fandom, where somehow the fans are even more toxic. First game up is Thymesia. I remember I watched Zanny play this game back when it came out, and he made it look so fun. Although it's only like a 5 to 6 hour game with hella bugs that the game developer just refuses to fix, I'm still glad I played this game. Think of it as a Sekiro-like boss rush game. Its platinum only took me 12 hours to get, with everything being pretty simple. Except the part where I had to beat the final boss 5 times while praying to the gaming gods the game doesn't crash. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this game, so Thymesia will just go at a weekend and chill. Moving on to the next Souls-like that many agree rivals some FromSoftware games and could very well be better than some. Oh, I'm gonna get some comments about that one. We got Lies of P. From the surface level, you'd look at this and be like, this is the Bloodborne remake that we've never had. Yes, you're right. I can't explain how much love I have for Lies of P. It came out at a time where I was sad that I had no more Souls games to play, and it just looked at me and said, don't worry, baby girl, I got you. Level design, amazing. Bosses, flawless. Weapons and abilities, fucking brilliant. Can't believe FromSoftware hasn't thought about that weapon building system that Lies of P has. But circling back to those bosses, holy shit were they difficult and amazing. Especially if you played this game before any of the nerfs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As far as the trophies though, they're pretty simple. Few collectibles here and there, endings, and bosses trophies. And of course your boy chose to play this game 3 times, with my third playthrough being the one where I fight the nameless puppet again. He can heal! Okay, yeah.
Right hand on the Bible. God can strike me down if I'm lying. This motherfucker is cheating. There's a second phase. Ah! Does he not get stabbed? Oh my God. What is that attack?
And for that, Lies of P will go into Torture Sesh. One of the hardest games I've ever platinumed is a Souls-like called Eldest Souls. Now I know most of you won't have a clue what this is, but today you will. Eldest Souls is a top-down pixel boss rush Souls-like game unlike anything you'll play. The game throws you into a world where you play this cute little red-hooded guy wielding Guts' sword. I was sold right then and there. And the game is pretty short. There's a total of 8 bosses, all very unique and presenting different challenges. And beating the game is straightforward. You have a few side quest trophies here and some specific combat trophies there. It wasn't really that bad. The platinum really cranks up for 2 trophies, the Sword Saint and all of the hitless trophies. Sword Saint trophy requires you to beat the game without dying, which sounds simple since the game is like an hour long and you could master the mechanics pretty quickly. The real problem, however, is those hitless trophies. My God, did I have nightmares of some of these bosses. Here's some PTSD for the people who played this game. EOS. I have a video on my channel that goes more into detail of everything that I went through in the game, which I recommend all you go watch. And for that, Elder Souls will be the first game to go into I Need Therapy. Another very fun and challenging Souls-like I played this past year was Nioh 2. And having played the first one previously, I was really excited to go through another Team Ninja creation. When it came to the story of this game, I'm gonna be honest, I was sitting there like my boy Shaq, just snoozing away. Well, that is until a sexy Irish sailor called William just showed up out of nowhere and just caught my attention instantly. On the real though, I wasn't really paying attention to the story. I was really in there for the bosses and the challenges this game was gonna give me. And having played every Souls game and a bunch of Souls-likes here and there, this turned out really simple. A few of the bosses did present some challenges, but overall, it was a smooth experience. The grind for this game, however, was something else. Every single level had these little green heads that I had to collect, which in total came out to 150. To add more torture, Team Ninja made us grind weapon XP for every single type of weapon. And I'm not talking about like a few levels for each weapon. No. I did 3 to 4 hours of grind for each weapon alone. It really brought back some dark memories that I had in Dark Souls 3, which is why this game will sit at torture tier. Now hold on, don't click off. I know Armored Core is not a Souls-like game, but let me prove it to you. See, in this game, you die a lot. Armored Core 6 came out just after I finished my entire run of every Souls game. And yeah, it's nothing like those games, but goddamn does it give you the same torture. I remember when everyone and their mother was heavy stuck for days on that godforsaken boss that is Baltius. Holy shit, did the difficulty crank up so fast when he showed up. Think of him as Margit, but he can fly and he does not miss a fucking shot.
Oh my god, look at these attacks, bro. Look at these freaking attacks. My god, where did he go? Stop moving around. Oh my god, chat. He's going crazy. Look at my health, bro. I'm getting destroyed. I'm dead. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm the best. I'm not the best. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, boss. Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah. Back. He does it back to back, bro. How the f do you dodge that, bro? What do you mean? And then I get stun locked. Oh my god, you're fucking annoying, bro. And he did it again. He does it back to and yep, and I get stun locked after I do my fucking sword attack because my mech is stupid. Very good upgrade. Very good shield upgrade from FromSoftware. Hey, FromSoftware, I got something for you. Stick to Souls games because this game is
And there are a few more bosses that give you the same amount of pain and suffering, but that's about it for the difficulty of this platinum. I mean, I did have to collect a bunch of stuff and played the game 3 times for all the endings, but it wasn't that bad. And for that, this game will go into spicy tier. From one light Souls-like to another, Stellar Blade is one hell of a Souls-like near clone that I got lost in for a month straight. You get to play as the most badass android named Eve. Emphasis on the ass. The story in this game is very hit or miss. At some parts, I was engaged, and at others, it felt very bloated to increase playtime. However, I wasn't playing the game for its story. I was playing it for the ass. On the real though, say what you want, this game was really fun. The combat was addicting, the music had me hyped, and the boss designs were elite. Oh my god. What is this music, bro? Oh my god. Yo, the berries is so nice. I barely do any damage to him. Am I supposed to fight him or am I not? I'm coming in my van. Stop. This combat is so good. This combat is so fun. With the music. She wants all the smoke. All right, it's a human fight, which is not. Oh my.
I can't believe I have to fight in this.
What the f is this music, dog? Oh, you're getting absolutely destroyed. Oh my. My pants are soaking wet. Holy. Oh my. Action game of the year has to be action game of the year. Stop. Action game of the year. Okay, you got it, bro. Game of the year, stop. Platinum wasn't really that bad either. You had the obvious collectible trophy on one side, and you had some missable side quest trophies on the other hand. I did end up playing this game 3 times to get all 3 endings, but I didn't really mind. Stellar Blade for me will go into the spicy tier. Moving on to possibly the most underrated game that everyone seems to have forgotten about this past year. Another Crab's Treasure. Yes, this is a Souls-like. A very good one as well. When this game first came out, I was thinking to myself, oh, that's cute. They made a baby Souls-like game for people people trying to get into the genre. Yeah, nah, this was made for veterans. Right off the bat, we get the classic early boss that you're not supposed to fight because they are way too strong. And right off the bat, your boy didn't progress until he beat him.
Sir, what the f are you? Is that a boss? Oh my god, it is. Royal Shell Splitter. Okay. Oh my god, hold on. What is this music? Oh my god, okay, wait. I'm bopping to the music, hold on. Oh my. Ah! How much damage do we do? Barely any. Ah! Oh, just calling them heavy attacks for now. iframes, I don't have iframes. What is this, Dark Souls 2? Do I have to level ADP or something? Ah!
Most of the bosses provided some sort of challenge, but of course it was no trouble for me. I was a seasoned veteran at this point. Okay, there's no need to show that. I really did enjoy this game a lot. I remember being hella addicted and just playing it every day. And the grindiest part of this platinum was just getting the Shell Seeker trophy, where I have to collect every single shell. Luckily, none of them were missable. And this game will just go into the spicy tier. Moving on to a game that no one's forgot about, but instead has everybody up in flames because it didn't win Game of the Year. I'm of course talking about the monkey game Black Myth Wukong. I don't think there's much I could say about this game, to be honest. The hype was insane. The game was very fun, the bosses are phenomenal, and the bugs were around every corner. But it didn't matter because we've been waiting on this game for so long. Everybody just wanted to play the game about the Monkey King. But we're here to talk about the platinum and not the game itself. And let me tell you, I almost deleted this game 3 times. If you want to know more about what your boy went through with this dumb platinum, just go ahead and watch that video on my channel and you'll understand why this game will go into the torture tier. Shifting focus onto some of the few platformers I have platinumed, with the first one being Cuphead. Before I ever played this game, I was always obsessed with its art style, and I know a lot of people were. And when I finally did play it, I got even more obsessed. I was able to platinum this game and 100% its DLC in a week. And if you somehow don't know what this game is, what the fuck are you doing? Go play it! I'm just joking, don't go anywhere. Please, just sit here. Please, watch the video, I beg you. Cuphead is a run and gun platformer that follows these two cuties, Cuphead and Mugman, as they try to make their way to King Dice, who stole their soul. And on their path to the king, there is of course many bosses that will cause a bit of frustration. However, for me personally, it was those Satan infused run and gun levels that caused the most trouble. See, for the pacifist trophy, I need to beat all 6 levels without killing a single enemy. I don't think there's a way I could describe how painful some of those run and gun levels, trying to do them in the pacifist run without killing any single enemy. I would just say grab some Lego pieces, put some pins and needles on them, and try to walk on them barefoot. That would explain it. So of course, this game will go into the torture tier. Now we shift our focus to possibly the greatest platformer ever made, Fall Guys. I mean, it is technically a platformer, right? Shut your When it comes to comparing games to art, only one game comes to mind: Hollow Knight. There are so many other people on this website that have made amazing videos on Hollow Knight that can definitely conjure better words to describe this game. But I really believe that this game is a true masterpiece. If there was a way I could knock myself out into a coma just to wake up with 0 memory, I would do it. Because then I would wake up and just shake hands with my doctor and tell him, thank you. Now I can play this masterpiece for the first time again. Now that we're done the glaze session of this game, let me tell you why I got depression because of it. Pantheon 5. 50 bosses, back to back, with the last 10 feeling like Consort Radon if he had a 3rd and 4th phase. And I know so many of you guys are like, yo, OP, where the f is this video? You'll get it when Silksong gets announced. And I don't think it will come to any of you guys as a surprise when I put this game in I Need Therapy. I think everybody agrees that if there's one franchise that can make us relive good childhood gaming memories, it is the Lego franchise. And the only Lego Platinum I have so far is Lego Avengers. At the time, I wanted to experiment with different games on the channel, and I'm so glad I chose this game. The game is as simple as you can expect. It follows the MCU movies, and its Platinum is also straightforward, with the only real grind being that 100% stud fountain trophy, where you basically get everything in the game. I really recommend everybody play at least one Lego game in their life and try to platinum it because it's really therapeutic. Lego Avengers will go into weekend and chill. The one and only horror game platinum I have is Choo Choo Charles. I remember seeing Corey, Berlizzi, Markiplier playing this game and it looked so fun. And when it was announced for the PlayStation, I was on that day one. Choo Choo Charles is a game where you play as a monster hunter that is tasked to hunt down a train monster that's haunting this island. The game is only about like 2.5 hours long, with its platinum taking around 3 or 4 hours to get. My objective is to go around the entire island with my trusty train, helping island residents, finding train upgrades, and finding Charles's eggs. And I managed to do the entire platinum in one stream, and it was a blast. The game is a bit buggy, however the bugs were funny. The actual horror elements of this game are there, but I'm a little scaredy cat, so don't listen to me. Choo Choo Charles will sit at a weekend and chill. Moving on to a franchise that I didn't really think will be such a big deal on the channel, and a franchise that we've almost fully cleaned out. Now, prior to this, I have never played a Far Cry game, so at the end of 2023, I decided to start with possibly the best one, Far Cry 3. And shout out to Past Optimistic because now I fucking love this franchise, besides Far Cry Primal, but we'll get to that later. Far Cry 3 might not have aged well, but I can't help how much fun I had in this game. I really wish Ubisoft went with Voss as the main villain of this game because let's just be honest, no one remembers what the other villain's name is. And for many people, this is the best Far Cry game, and for good reasons. I can tell you the character development alone in this game did it for me. The platinum guide is very simple and the trophies are straightforward. And at the time when I was going for so many grindy platinums, this was a breath of fresh air. So Far Cry 3 will go into weekend and chill. With the joy I felt in Far Cry 3 filling my heart up, I was excited to experience another Far Cry game that, according to my chat, was even better than 3. And as much as I want to agree with that statement, I can't. Don't get it twisted, I did enjoy this game a lot, but Far Cry 3 just a bit better. The story and the setting of this game were top notch. The landscape is just stunning, and Pagan Min is breathtaking. The gameplay is also very much improved, but I still think it falls just a bit short of Far Cry 3. The platinum grind for this was also way more stressful. Forget the multiplayer that is pretty much dead. The fully loaded trophy requires you to get every skill in the game, which was annoying to say the least. And for that, Far Cry 4 will sit in the spicy tier. Hey Optimistic, what's your favorite Far Cry game? Hello YouTube commenter that needs to shower, it's Far Cry 5. I just released a video on this game not too long ago, and in it you can tell how happy and excited I was while playing this game. This felt completely different than all the ones I played previously. The open world felt so alive, like I was in a CDPR game, and the villains in this game had a different level of psychoness in their brain. Even the gunplay was so crisp. All that and its trophies being genuinely so fun to go for made this experience so good. However, on this channel, we don't really like fun.
We like to suffer.
So your boy decided to play this game and platinum it while playing on the hardest difficulty. Okay, hold on. I am stressed. Hold on. Ah! I can't. And I'm. What the f is this, bro? Oh, this game is so fucking bad. Survive until extraction. You're evil, game. This is so fucking evil. Yeah, fuck that bunker. Go watch that video to understand the pain a bit more. Far Cry 5 for me will go into torture session. And now we have everybody's favorite little baby, Far Cry Primal. You know, I would love to sit here and tell you guys how much I fucking despise this game and just not talk about it, and would rather just let that video that somehow blew the fuck up on the channel speak for itself. And I know most of you guys love this game and had a great time playing it, but that was not it for me. The amount of bugs and crashes I experienced in this game just completely ruined the experience. The story is cool, don't get me wrong, and the gameplay was actually very fun. I mean, we didn't have guns in this one. We had to use actual tools they used back then. But then came the platinum. It was good up until I had to do every damn side quest on the map to get every skill. Maybe I should have played it on a PS4 instead of the PS5 like some of you dumbasses suggested. How's that my fault though? Listen, all I ask is for you guys to try to understand why this was such a bad experience for me. And although this platinum was pretty straightforward with a lot of the combat trophies and the story trophies pretty easy to get, it was just that one all skills trophy that hurt my soul. And for that, Far Cry Primal will go into torture session. Now we get into some games that you probably don't know I have played before, and I just platinumed them for fun. So the first ones we have, Let me explain. My name is Mayo. Games are the biggest memes in the Platinum community. And for the longest time, my chat has been wanting me to experience these games because they think it's funny. So me and my chat agreed that if I hit 100K in 2024, I'll Platinum all 3. And yeah, we crushed that in like the first 7 months. So as a man of honor, I platinumed all 3 of them. But I did notice something. These trashy $1 games actually have a story. See, the first one was just pressing one button. The second one added a little sauce to the gameplay by changing up a few things. But that third one, ooh, that third one almost made me cry. My Name is Mayo 3 starts off just like the previous ones, and then slowly adds a bunch of new fun mechanics for the player to enjoy. And through you mashing one button and getting cramps every 2 seconds, you're also living through a story of this little jar of mayo. See, towards the end of the game, you get to enjoy a little walking simulator, and you start to realize that all this little jar of mayo wanted to do was make his father proud. And that last cutscene you get puts any grown man into tears. So yes, if you're planning to platinum any $1 trashy shovelware games, please let it be these 3 games. The My Name is Mayo Trolls, you will be crowned as the king of the shovelware tier. Moving on to the most underrated Marvel game ever created. Guardians of the Galaxy is a game where you play as Star-Lord, trying his best to keep the Guardians from destroying each other. There are a lot of little quippy funny moments in this game that could be considered annoying, but I didn't mind it. I mostly really enjoyed the world Marvel created for this one and the combat that kept improving throughout the game. You would think only playing as Star-Lord throughout the entire game would get stale, but it never did. The game provides so many unique mechanics that it never got boring for me. And my absolute favorite thing in this game were those amazing boss fights they created. My god, did they cook with some of these. And as for the platinum, it was very easy. There are chapter specific trophies that you can get after beating the game via chapter select, so there wasn't any real missables. And for that, this game will go into weekend and chill. Need for Speed Unbound. Oh boy, I don't know how many of you guys know how much I love the Need for Speed franchise. I, like so many other gamers, grew up with the PlayStation 2 and played every single one of those Need for Speed games. And I still to this day play every single new release that comes out. And the only one I've platinumed was the newest one, Unbound. I had a lot of fun playing this game, and for the longest time it felt like this franchise was just on a decline, with the devs not really nailing that arcade racing feeling that we all grew up to love. But with Unbound, in my opinion, they really nailed it. It really felt like the devs really went back to their roots just to give us the arcade feeling again. However, giving us that arcade feeling came at a price, because the story in this game is just not existent. But I don't know how many people play these games for the story and not for the actual racing, so I guess it's fine. The grind part of this game, however, is actually very grindy. I had to 3-star every single activity on this map. That's speed traps, speed laps, drifts, and jumps. I also had to collect 260 collectibles scattered around the map. And then came that multiplayer trophy that required me to get 7 people to play a full game, which was the worst. And so for Speed Unbound, will go into the spicy tier. Before I talk a bit more about this next game coming up, no, I don't have any kids. I platinum this shit because I like the show. I remember when they announced this game a day before it dropped, and I got hella excited. I had watched so many episodes with my girl, and having it in game format brought back Toy Story PlayStation 2 memories. If you know, you know. There's not much really to say about this game. It's just really mindless fun, so we'll put this in a weekend and chill. One of the coziest games I've ever played is called Unpacking. You play through 8 levels unpacking boxes and organizing your room, and as you progress each level, the person you unpack these boxes for grows up, so you sort of live vicariously through the character in the game and see so many little callbacks to certain items you might have had earlier in your high school days, for example. I highly recommend you play this game. It's very short and very cozy, and the platinum is only like an hour or 2 long. Unpacking will go into another weekend and chill. Now we go into the platinum that most likely everyone has, Astro's Playroom. This game came with the PS5 as a way to better show the player cool little haptics the controller had, or cool colors that the PlayStation can emit. Little did PlayStation know how much of an icon this little cute robot will become. This platinum was very short, but very fun. I love that a game like this at that time existed. So many Easter eggs to childhood favorites and other PlayStation IPs that just made the experience so fun. And as for the game itself, if you haven't experienced it yet, please go play it. It is so good. Astro's Playroom will go into a weekend and chill. As I said, PlayStation probably did not expect this little cute robot to become an icon, and that he would go on to get his own full-fledged game called Astrobot, or better known as 2024 Game of the Year. And yes, it very much deserved it. Astrobot takes everything the first game did and just adds crack cocaine to it. There are way more fun mechanics, way more characters, way more levels, way more bosses that felt like a Dark Souls boss. I hate that stupid snake. I specifically loved those special levels they added at the end of each world that are centered around a specific game. Man, I felt like a little kid running around throwing that Leviathan asking that God of War level. If you think this game doesn't deserve Game of the Year, you simply haven't played it. Platinum for this game is very fun and very short. There were so many fun little Easter egg trophies that I got without even looking at the guide that were genuinely surprising. Astrobot for me will go into a weekend and chill. Now it's time to talk about the game of all time, Burly Men at Sea. Back when I did the first ever Platinum reviews on the channel, I remember seeing this game and being so confused, but also so aroused at the thought of seeing Burly Men at Sea.
Bro, what did you just say?
So I immediately wanted to play it just to see what the hype is about. And when I hit 50k subs, I did just that. Going into this game, I was expecting a 1 hour shovelware game that I will forget within the hour. Oh boy, was I wrong. This game is so much more. I went out a different man with so many new life lessons and so much more appreciation for this game. From the art style to its coziness, this game was really fun. I recommend everybody give it a try. Trust me, you will love it. Burly Men at Sea will go into a weekend and chill. The last game that I have platinum but don't have a video on it is Animal Well, a Metroidvania published by the man himself, Donkey Man Video Game Guy. I feel like this game went under people's radar a bit. I love the pixel art style and the spookiness to it. You get to play as this little blob that's trying to save the animals, kind of. And in true Metroidvania style, you can go everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You are basically open to go wherever you want. And while you adventure, you discover enemies, mechanics, items, and whatever the fuck this is. It was so fun to just aimlessly go to places and discover crazy shit around every corner. The game is pretty short as well, so you could finish it in one weekend. The platinum is not crazy either. The only real grind in this game is collecting all the eggs around the map. Animal Well will go into a very underrated weekend and chill. And here we are, the franchise you've been patiently waiting for me to talk about, or possibly you just skipped through all the chapters and just jumped all the way to this part. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Go back and watch this entire video, you stinky bitch. It has been my goal since the start of last year to platinum every single AC game, and I've basically done that. Well, except for the Ezio trilogy, but that's coming soon. And in doing so, I have also been working on a massive deep dive tier list video of every single AC game and its platinum. So for all you little fuckers that just skipped to this part and expected me to go into detail about every game, I won't. I'll be saving that for the AC tier list video that's hopefully coming soon. Instead, I will be talking strictly about the platinum grind and the hardest trophy in each game, starting with Assassin's Creed 3. This game's platinum took me around 70 hours to get, which is a lot for a game that isn't an RPG game. See, that's the thing. What they don't tell you about this game is this was the original Red Dead Redemption 2, with hunting challenges galore, RNG trophies like Extraordinary Man, and the original gamer trophy causing more mental damage than Dutch Vandalin ever could. Just go watch my video and you'll understand. AC3 will go into Torture Sesh. Moving on to Black Flag, this platinum took me around 60 hours to get, and half of that could be counted towards that dreadful multiplayer. I don't think the guides for this game really explain how painful the multiplayer is. I'm not exaggerating when I say I spent 8 hours straight for 3 days playing the same game mode over and over and over, killing the same bots, all just to get to level 50 and get one stupid trophy. And besides that, you just had to upgrade your ship to the max and also upgrade your camp to the max, which required even more grinding. And so for that, this bad boy will sit at I Need Therapy. AC Unity's platinum took me around 50 hours, with Curiosity being the grindiest trophy, where your boy had to collect every single chest on the map. Nope, that's not a joke. I collected 150 of those damn chests. Aside from that, there was multiplayer in this game, which required a few hours of grinding some special missions and a few other collectibles around the map as well. For AC Unity, it will go into the spicy tier. The most recent AC game we've done on the channel is AC Syndicate, and it is by far the easiest one. Sitting at around 35 hours plus the DLC, this game's platinum was actually very simple and fun, with the hardest trophies being collecting everything on the map and liberating all the boars in London. For Syndicate, it will also go in a light spicy tier. The first of the RPG trilogy. AC Origins took me around 100 hours to platinum, and that was because I did both DLCs while also doing the entire game on nightmare difficulty, which actually caused issues. I will never forget the torment that I went through fighting some of those DLC bosses and that one base game boss that shall not be named. If I see his name in the comments, I will ban you. This game also requires you to 100% the entire map by collecting everything. AC Origins will sit comfortably at Torture Sesh. Moving on to the RPG game that is the least AC game ever made. Odyssey was a massive game on the channel, and I don't mean massive as in it got a lot of views, but massive as in the game is also massive. I'm talking like bigger than Valhalla. And playing this game on nightmare difficulty also did not help. Those damn animals on nightmare difficulty were a different type of pain. This platinum took me around 200 hours to complete with all the DLCs included. If you want to know more about the hardships I went through this game, there's almost a 2-hour video documenting all of it. And so Odyssey will sit at Tortures here. Now you might be like, hey OP, if Odyssey was so bad, why is it only at Torture Sesh? Well, it's because this game exists. Forget that I did all 5 DLCs for this game, adding an extra 100 hours on my playtime, equaling 300 in total. The base game is abysmal. This platinum actually put me in therapy. Collecting 700 of those gold, white, and blue little shit dots on the map caused more pain than Miyazaki ever dreams of causing. As I said, I will have more of a deep dive into each game in an AC tier list video coming soon. For now, we're just gonna put AC Valhalla in I Need Therapy. Hot off the horses of Valhalla Platinum, I decided to go ahead and platinum the newest AC game at the time, which was AC Mirage. With the platinum only being 25 hours long, I was excited to have a little bit of fun. And by fun, I mean playing this game also on the hardest difficulty, which made the trophy Shadow and Flame a bit too annoying. Bring it on. I'm ready to fight. I have to defeat this fool. Come on. Yeah, back up. Back up. Come on. I don't have any healing, but I don't care. Oh my God. Maybe I should care. Come on. No, 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 no. No, no, don't. He can heal. He can heal. He can heal. He can heal. I legit had to fight this guy for multiple hours before actually killing him. However, I would still put AC Mirage in a weekend in chill. Now that we're done ranking all of the Ubisoft slops and all of the normies have pretty much left the video, we can move on to modern masterpieces. Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk. What more can I say about this game other than this is my baby and I will defend it till the end of time. In hindsight, I really wish I streamed the DLC because holy shit, was a roller coaster of emotions. But I am glad I ended up making a video on it that you guys seem to have loved, unlike a game that we're gonna talk about in a minute. But man, oh man, do I love this game. CDPR really cooked another masterpiece and then some. The story is just perfect, bringing me to literal tears. There are so many characters you meet that you will never forget. And then you have the incredibly fluid and fun gunplay mixed with the countless skills you can unlock that make every encounter so unique. And for the platinum, there are a ton of missables that were a worry, but it turned out to be much simpler than expected. The only real grind that comes to mind is those 100% for every district. All in all though, this base game plus its DLC had me in a chokehold for a month. So my sweet baby Cyberpunk will go into the spicy tier. From one CDPR masterpiece to another, The Witcher 3 regarded as the greatest RPG ever made, and I agree. Now I know the first thing you're gonna say, OP, where is the video? I know. Chill out. Give me some time. It'll be worth the wait. I don't think I can put into words how much this game means to me. I spent so much time just fucking about and enjoying the open world, not even worrying about a platinum because I didn't want the game to end. And getting to stream the ending was so special to me. But I think if there's one thing I could pick from the entire game that will truly justify why this game is a masterpiece, it's Gwent. Holy shit, was this bitch so addicting. I'm so excited to play The Witcher 4. Not only because we're playing as Ciri and there's a new story and all that, but I want to play Gwent more. And as I said, I will eventually make a video on this game just to give it the proper love it deserves. And I'm so excited to show you all my adventures in this game as handsome man Geralt, who loves playing everyone in Gwent and going through both DLCs. So for The Witcher 3 Platinum, it will go into the spicy tier. And oh yeah, Team Yen, by the way. My most recent Platinum is Sparking Zero, which I know most of you probably already played because you're all weeb losers like me. This game brought back so many fond memories of playing Tenkaichi when I was younger. It is definitely not perfect, but goddamn is it fun. I love how they did the story with multiple routes you could take, making certain scenarios play way differently and providing some extra challenge as well. Sparking Zero's platinum was very straightforward and simple, so I'll just go in a weekend and chill. If you've made it this far into this massive video, I really appreciate you. We've gone through so many ups and downs with platinums these past 2 years, and trust me when I say this, 2025 is going to be even more fun, especially since we're starting the year off with one of the craziest, biggest games of all time. Actually, speaking of, you go right there, bud. Fuck this game.